How you like that?
Kindly state your name.
It's Thom and Jeff.
Well, I think these guys are pretty darn dope.
Check for sound.
What?
Notice they're high, so this will be a good show.
Podcast number 17 in your ears. Thom and Jeff Radio Network is anchored out of Studio Nico inside compound known as Trailer Studios, Forest Hill, Missouri. On the last Tuesday in September. Tell at least 5 people about mythomandjeff.com. It would help us out if you do us this solid, mythomandjeff.com.
Now, is it true that if you can prove that you told 5 people and they signed up for the podcast, that you will let them fist you? Is that true or not?
What?
You'll let them fist you?
Fist me?
Yeah.
No one's fisting anybody.
Not even for 5 listeners?
No one is going to fist anybody anytime.
It's fisting for listening.
Anywhere.
I thought we already set this up with the promotions department.
Hey.
No?
I don't want to play.
I'm out.
After yesterday, I don't want to do much of anything for the rest of the week.
We're all glad that you're dressed again. Let's put it that way.
I am too.
Boy, that's a great reaction on Twitter and Facebook. I put the picture up on 3 different sites.
I purposely did not.
And I encouraged others to put them up on various sites as well. So hopefully, just trying to get the word out on the show, Tom. That's all.
Are you trying to go viral?
Yeah. Something like that. Actually, when I looked at your body in just underwear, I was thinking virus instead of viral. But hopefully, we washed down the chair and everything's okay for today.
I'd hit it.
That's Jay Boozer, his first time ever in front of a microphone, apparently.
I remember my first beard.
And I'm starting my first one now.
Right. This is what Jay Boozer sounds like when he doesn't get a mic check.
Put it on 11.
Right. Oh, you did. All right, so here's the program today. We have a Jeebus for you. We got a Just Axon. If you're into the iPhones, iPhone 5 information is out. They're going to have the actual announcement a week from today, and I think Gadget Boy is actually going to come in on the show.
Really?
To give us a what and fur on it.
Gadget Boy is coming out to Forest Hill?
Yeah, to give us the what and fur. Isn't that nice?
I love the what and fur.
But I have some of the information. Man, if you're an iPhone person and you're sitting there going, well, I got the 4, and I had the 3, and I had the 2, and I had the 1. What else can they do with this thing? Wait till you hear one of the features of the iPhone 5. It's re-goddamn ridiculous.
Enough to get you to buy?
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Hand jobs?
Yes.
Everybody gets a hand job from Lucy at the store.
A 91-year-old man going to extremes to keep the kids off of his sidewalk, I guess it is. Some celebrity wrap-up, some emails, but let's say hello to Jay Boozer. How are you, sir?
All good. How's it going?
Hey,
Good.
Jay Boozer.
So you got a big show coming up very soon, right?
Yeah, the show's called Can I Get More Delay in My Headphones?
Okay.
I think it's going to be a huge success because it's rocking loud right now. So,
Is it really called that, or you just have delay in your headphones?
now I hear you.
Okay, good.
No, I'm just joking.
Thanks, it's really good to be here.
1, 2. Hi.
I mean, I know we're not on a 7-second delay, but it sure feels like it when every time you talk. I see your lips moving. But anyways,
Take those off? Okay, good.
Yeah.
All right.
Anyways, yeah, October 21st at Pops, I have a huge show called the Jay Boozer World Tour Kickoff Show. And I'm going to be playing Fortel. I'm going to be playing
a world tour.
You're going to be playing Forestell, Missouri?
Forstell this tour. Forstell, Arnold, and Festus.
Nice.
And I should have hit that within probably 2 weeks.
2 weeks, nice.
Yeah, because there's a lot of traveling on foot.
Right.
And hitchhiking, and people don't trust me, so
I understand.
it's hard to get a ride.
I mean, you're not going to take the van that I saw you pull up in and reach out the window to open the door?
You don't think that's hot?
No, I do. I was so jealous. Mine just opens from the inside.
Yeah,
it's really weird.
I saw Tom in the skimpy thing. I thought that was pretty hot, but I kept visioning you as you walked in. I was like, this will get him. And so I put my hand outside and pulled to open the door. Now, here's the thing is that thing, I actually had it towed here. And the reason the reason why I got it towed here is because I saw so many other junkie cars in the parking lot. I thought it'd be fitting.
Right, it is. It looks like one of those lots where no credit, no problem.
Right. You know, I actually came here to purchase a new car.
Tell them Boom Boom sent you.
You work, you drive.
Oh, we're fucked then.
Oh, shit.
So, all right, so we're going to talk more with Jay Boozer. He's just going to be a part of the show today. iPhone info, Just Axon, maybe even a Jeebus. Let's start with some emails as well.
Okay. Listen up, mail call.
Now let's read some emails, shall we?
I've got mail.
Mail call. Gather around, everyone. You got mail, maggot.
Mail call, sir. Oh, the mail's in.
I got mail. Yay!
You've already found our website, obviously, unless you got this through iTunes, but thetomandjeffshow.com. There's an email tab on there, and you can send us an email. This one's entitled, You Sexy Bitches. Hey, guys, I just wanted to say how effing awesome the show is now. So much better than the old radio show. We can all see your personalities now. I listen every day while I'm at work, and I'm pretty sure my customers think their mail lady, I'm a girl, is insane. Love me some Scotty Boom Boom. Hey, how about that?
Thanks, honey.
Anyways, thanks for giving us all a chance to hear your awesomeness again. Big hugs, Chrissy.
What up, fuckers? I have a few things for you. First, I know you said this once or twice, but I got to say it again. Big thanks to Cavo Guys for posting your website on the Facebook page. It's thanks to them that I found out you were doing this podcast. As soon as I found out, as if it was Tom on a bus full of gay guys named Mitch, I blew through all the podcasts as fast as I could. I'm all cut up now and looking forward to the next one. Thanks, Cavo. Second, been a long time since I was able to listen to you guys on the point because my work schedule never allowed me to be near the radio in the afternoons. No idea how long it's been, and hopefully you can answer this and it'll make for some good radio. Question for Tom. All gay jokes aside, it sounds like you're single. What happened to Joy? You sound pretty open when talking about your stripper ex-wife, so the hopefully Joy story is something you would be able to tell on the air, and hopefully there's something that could be funny to the story. Frankly, with Jeff busting your balls about whatever the story would be, it would be good radio from both ends. Third and final, will you guys be at the Blue October concert on Saturday? Jeff, I'm assuming you will because you're as gay for Blue October as I am. No homo.
I'm the gayest.
Anyway, hope to see you guys there. Maybe get a chance to shake your hands, buy a drink, and snap a picture. Derek Rogers. Tom, you're gay, at least to the second knuckle. Jeff, you poop too much. Scotty Boom Boom, there is definitely still some MDZ in rotation in my iPod. Keep it up. St. Louis loves you guys.
Wow, he is just hitting all the points, isn't he?
He's really full of
something
everything.
for everybody.
I talk about my stripper ex-wife, ex-wife, because, well, that's what I've
made her out to be.
We believe you.
And I don't talk about Joy because there's really nothing to say other than she doesn't like to be talked about when I'm working. So,
and you love her.
And I love her.
Jeff,
Thank you.
After seeing the disturbing picture of Tom, it is clear that Mitch wears the pants in that relationship.
He's on top.
That's not funny.
Which I guess makes Melina his favorite Cardinal. Coach is funny, but how can he tell what's a good movie since the visual is an important part? Not sure if you were aware of this, but the job market still sucks. I'm going to have me some Bud Select now. Keep the laughs coming. And that's from Jobless Drew. Drew's still jobless.
Us too, Drew.
Yeah.
We're
drinking big flats, and he's drinking Bud Select.
Yeah, what the fuck?
What the hell's
Must be
up with
nice.
that?
How's the job market for you over there?
Well, I work hard. I just don't get paid.
You don't.
So
is the gig B&J Boozer? Is that all you got going right now, or what?
yeah,
Selling plasma and stuff like that too. I'm assuming.
plasma.
Yeah, your blood. In other words.
I think you're talking about like if I spit or swallow, but that's
No.
Wow.
Well, as long as you bring
where
it
the hell
up.
are you at?
As long as you bring it up. I mean, have you ever sold blood before? Have you ever done that?
no. I've always been scared that I have too many STDs or something.
That's true. Well, they'll let you know.
So it's actually like a free.
You can't
check.
give your blood because you have 1 genital warts,
Yeah.
2 herpes,
Yeah.
3 chlamydia.
Oh, it
I
does
don't know
stop
how
at
you
3.
I don't know how you got all of that, but and your blood smells like bacon, so we're really kind of concerned.
Your blood is bumpy.
It's like red tapioca. I think there's a problem. No, when I lived down in Springfield, I sold my blood every once in a while, and it was actually more the first time, and I don't remember the numbers, and it was like late 80s, early 90s anyway, so it'd be different now, but there was like a big sum at first, and then you could go like every 2 weeks or something to that effect, and they bought it from you.
It's like my sex life. Like the first time,
Right, you're all
and
Peter
then the
North.
second time,
Yeah.
and then it just gets smaller and smaller.
Okay, on that note, thanks for painting that picture.
MyTomandJeff.com to send us your emails. We appreciate it.
And we
Everyone
also
who
got
does so.
the Facebook pages and Twitter. Mine is Jeff1057. That's Shock Jocks over there.
Plural.
And the Tom and Jeff Show on the Facebook. And how about some celebrity wrap-up at this point?
Quit surfing TMZ on the clock, douchebag. It's Celebrity Wrap-Up with Tom and Jeff.
Everybody likes lesbians, right?
Lesbians
Does
are
everybody
fun.
like lesbians?
Oh, yeah.
Anybody ever see the TV show when it was still on, The L Word? It was on Showtime. Anybody?
I never saw it. I know it was on there.
Once
My
again, my
God.
van doesn't have.
Oh, your van
satellites.
doesn't have satellite. That's right. It was a show about a bunch of lesbians, and the writing was phenomenal. And you throw in naked girls kissing each other every once in a while. That makes it even better, right?
Why not?
Who was the girl that was the Flashdance girl? What was her name, or what's her name?
Oh, Jennifer Beals.
She was like the big star in the movie, or in the TV show, and her and all of her lesbian friends. It was just them.
Does she
and their
still?
life.
She have poofy nipples or no?
Yeah, I mean they were nice. She didn't really show them all that often, but it's just like a little hint here and there. But anyway, the show is come and gone. No joke at all. No, okay,
Too easy.
All right.
We all knew.
There was one of the other girls in the that starred in the TV program. Her name was Alicia Haley, hot and a lesbian in real life. Her and her girlfriend were kicked off a Southwest Airlines flight for quote unquote inappropriate affection.
Who was on top?
That I don't know. Well, when you're scissoring,
Hey, girls.
there's nobody on top when you're scissoring like that, when you're bumping uglies.
Right.
You know what I mean? So this is a quote from her. I have been discriminated against by Southwest Airlines. Flight attendant said that it was a, quote, family airline, and kissing was not okay. She put that on her Twitter account, and goddamn right I'm following her now. This is an outrage. I demand a public apology by Southwest Airlines and a refund. Hate is not a family value. I will never fly this airline ever again. She's 40 years old. She was in The L Word, Grey's Anatomy, Drop Dead Diva, and CSI. And she's in an electro-pop duo called Her.
Oh yeah, I like their early stuff. I like their first two albums.
They're big in Europe.
before they got corrupted with all the money.
Europe.
I'll be visiting soon on that world tour.
I just don't understand why anybody would stop at least one good-looking girl out of two lesbians making out. I don't understand. It's not like if they were sitting next to a 5-year-old making out. I don't care if it's guy, girl, two guys, two girls. You really shouldn't do that. But I mean, if it was a plane full of adults and they just kind of, were doing a little kissing, who cares?
Little PDA.
Yeah,
Were they making out with a blanket though? That's the question. And then you got to ask where the hands were.
Yeah, there could be diddling going on.
Did you ever have any when you were a stewardess? Did you have any of that ever going on one of your planes?
Not that I can point out.
Not necessarily lesbians, but I mean, if it was a male, female, that you had to stop them, or would you just sit down with some airline nuts and say, "Go ahead"?
Yeah, it wouldn't bother me. They can do whatever the hell, whatever the hell they want.
I mean, that's as long as you're not doing it in front of a minor or something, or blatantly.
Yeah, have fun.
You
You
know?
you spend $300 for the damn the ticket. Do what you want with it. Paris Hilton.
Hey, it's your lesbian. Do whatever you want with her.
Paris Hilton went to India. She's promoting her new handbag line and opened a store in Mumbai on Sunday.
Oh, big sales there.
Very, very big in Mumbai.
So is her.
Yeah. Well, she was walking through the streets. She saw the third world nation, all babies on the streets and the dirt. And so she decided to just start handing out cash, everything she had in her wallet, which was $2,000. She dispersed it amongst, a woman. She gave her a couple $100, and then she just started throwing money everywhere. She says that she really wants to make a difference in India.
She was making it rain in Mumbai.
So she spent an afternoon in her, high heels and her sparkly sequins.
Right.
Here's the dollar.
Don't touch me, but here's a dollar. Did you see the picture of her doing this?
I haven't seen
She's
the picture,
leaning out
no.
the picture of a car service car, like a limo or something like that, leaning out, handing a $100 bill to this little kid who doesn't have shoes, but here's $100. I'm not going to get out of my car so you don't touch me or nothing, but here's a $100 bill.
After seeing what I've seen, I want to help make a difference. Paris, riding through the poor section of India, throwing money out your door.
Yeah.
Is
Isn't
not
really going to do that
not
much.
really making that much of a difference. I mean, I guess for a few days maybe.
And now 12 kids in Mumbai have come down with herpes. That's just great.
They got bumpy blood too?
Yeah. You and I are huge fans of Nancy Grace, right?
Yeah.
And she's on Dancing with the Stars now.
I heard her titty flopped out.
Oh, did you see the picture?
I could. It just said blocked image.
Really?
Yeah.
Because I copied and pasted and sent it to you so you would have the same image in your head as I had. Because I think it's only fair that you see it.
Is it nasty?
Oh, it looks like a handful of Braunschweiger that somebody slapped on a table.
I'd hit it.
In your van?
Oh, yeah.
51 years old. Did you know she's 51?
It doesn't surprise me.
Tits only look 49.
Right. And so that has, I don't know, can you pull it up over there or not? Or is it, it was on, I'm sure it's on TMZ, but go to egotastic.com. Yeah, they probably have it. She's 51 years old, and she hosts the show on HLN. So she's on Dancing with the Stars. She has the major wardrobe malfunction. It popped out. She didn't even realize it. And then ABC cuts away to a shot of the audience. She gets the boob back in and then buries her face in her partner's shoulder because she was so embarrassed.
No.
Who is this? Who are we looking for?
Nancy Grace.
Nancy Grace. I can't remember where I found it now.
Yeah, let me see if they got a search on here.
Simon Cowell, X Factor now.
Yeah.
At least he's good to his ladies that he goes out with. He said that you can't go out with someone for a certain amount of time, get them accustomed to the lifestyle that he leaves, and then leave them high and dry.
Right below the picture. Click on that.
Simon pays off his girlfriends that he doesn't want to be girlfriends with anymore.
I'm breaking up with you. Here's $1,000.
I would say it's a little bit more than that, but you know.
But you know what I'm saying.
Yeah, that's nice.
Yeah,
I know.
Sure,
I know
make him feel like a hooker. Yeah, that's good.
I've heard Clooney do the same thing. Drew Carey doing the same thing.
Thanks for letting me make a map of Hawaii on your back. Here's $1,000. Appreciate it.
Don't ever call me again. Thank you.
The irony is we were in Hawaii when I made the map of Hawaii on your back. Here's $1,000. Anything over there yet?
No, it's not.
Yeah, you click on it and the star goes away. There you go.
Oh no!
Look at that.
Oh no!
I thought it was like a video. It's
no, it's just a still picture. Look at that. How gross!
like a clay pigeon.
Looks like liverwurst.
Now, going back to the Braunschweiger comment, was I right?
You're right. Someone stuck a tube of Braunschweiger in her bra.
And Jay Boozer, all he could say was,
I'd do it. I'd hit it.
I love your disgusting honesty. Thanks a lot. Appreciate that.
There's nothing that pisses me off more than people that give trouble to the elderly.
Right.
I think if you've reached a certain age in your life, I'm going to say 60. If you made it to 60, everyone should have like a big, if you're going to like harass and rob people, you shouldn't do it if they're
free pass to the 60-plus crowd. If you're going to rob somebody 59 or younger is what you're saying.
Yeah.
It's nice to have boundaries, Tom.
Well, there's this 91-year-old dude who is being harangued by the neighborhood, a bunch of no-good kids running around.
Little fart knockers,
and here's the news story about it.
Until recently, Albert Einzig was happy in his East Clark Avenue home. But lately, he says he's been kept up all night by neighborhood teens hanging out on his porch. He put up sheets to stop them from peering in, but still, they antagonize him.
They played on this door to get me out of bed.
He says the handicap sign in front of his home is what's behind the taunting. So that's why, at his wit's end, the 91-year-old dumped a bucket with urine in it on his porch and down to the sidewalk.
People hollered, "That's piss bucket." And then that word got spread around all them people out there.
Neighbors called police and Einzig was cited, but he says it was all blown out of proportion.
There's two sides to a story. They've been at me it's so bad I don't know which way I'm going.
He admits he deserves the citation, but says he never meant to hurt anyone.
We're not there to hurt them kids. I can just about walk. I can't hardly walk. I can't see too far, and I can't hear too good.
All he wanted was some peace and quiet. Peace and quiet he still doesn't think he'll get.
Leave the old man alone.
Yeah, but do you think you're going to get peace and quiet after you dump a bucket of piss all over the place?
The kids brought it on themselves.
What were they doing?
They were...
were they harassing him, or were they on his property, or what?
Well, they were harassing him on his property.
So he was outside, and they were saying, "Look at the old man, look at the old man," or what?
Yeah, well, they put they did the old doggy doo-doo.
Right, yeah.
He comes.
They would do all that shit?
Yeah, they were just, harass the guy.
Just being kids.
In order to make a bucket of piss, would you have to take the diaper and squeeze it?
I think it's
Or
a
do you
catheter. It's a
It
catheter.
depends.
No, but leave the old man
Think of
alone,
how much
will
how
ya?
pain in the ass it is to undo the piss bag and the catheter and pour it all in there, or squeeze the diaper in there. I mean, what a pain in the ass that is. Leave the guy alone, for Christ's sake.
I think he was kind of nice. I mean, because a gun would have been so much easier. But
This is true, yeah.
Piss bucket.
Piss bucket.
He's either doing piss bucket or shooting them some bitches. One of the two.
I do kind of have a relevant story. Do you mind if I tell this? My dad, when he was like teenager.
Is it funny? Then you can tell it. As long
Yeah,
as
it's kind of funny.
Okay, good.
I'll try to do it quick because it's kind of a long story.
Is it over yet?
It's fuck you guys.
Wait,
Go ahead.
wait, if it's,
I
if
wanna
it's
know.
funny, it doesn't belong on this damn show.
Yeah, I'll save it for the next podcast.
No, we'll take a right turn and go to funny. Go ahead.
So they would go over and steal this guy's beer off his back porch. Like he would keep it outside in the winter to keep it cold, right? So they'd go over there and steal this case of beer on Friday or Saturday night. Well, they were over there to go get it the one time, and he's got his buddies over there in his house. They can hear him all doing whatever, and the beer's out there. And they're hiding because he opens the door and he goes, I hope those little bastards steal this case of beer tonight because I pissed in all the bottles and put the caps back on.
No.
So my dad and my Uncle Joe were underneath the porch and heard him say that. So they took the beer anyway. All right. So that guy thought he won. Well, what they did is they took the beer home and left it there all week. Went back the next weekend and swapped it out for the other game.
Just brought the same piss
They brought
cans
the piss
back.
bottles back and then stole the real beer.
Oh.
So that guy went to grab his real beer thinking, oh, they're not going to do it again.
Right.
And drag his own.
This is unfortunately that reminds me of a story. Unfortunately, when I first got into radio down in Springfield, Missouri, I sold cars during the day after I got off of the morning show, and it was like a Chevy dealership, and I was selling in the truck department in southern Missouri of a Chevy dealership. So there was a lot of good old boys that would come in there.
Sure.
And there was a lot of good old boys that worked there. And there was one guy who worked there that had been there for 20 something years. Graying guy. And, you knew guys that just came in, don't know anything, blah, blah, blah. Well, he would sit there at his desk and he would eat lunch every day. When he was done eating lunch, he'd pull the Listerine bottle out of his desk drawer, and he would rinse in his mouth and look at everybody and smile while he was rinsing, and he would spit it out, and therefore he wouldn't have, garlic on his breath when he was talking to customers, whatever. And he would just mess with all the other salespeople and try to take their leads and try to take their sales and everything. There was one dude in particular that messed with him back. When he waited until his Listerine bottle had about 3 fingers left in it, dumped half of it out and pissed in it. And I swear on my mother's eyes, this is true. Pissed in the bottle, put it back in there, and we all just sat there and waited for him to eat lunch.
Oh, my God.
And there was 10 of us sitting there, and just like normal, he ate his sandwich, and then he took that bottle and just dumped it in his mouth, and he was looking at all of us smiling and swishing it around in his mouth.
Oh, God.
Never knew?
Never knew. Because I guess there was enough Listerine still in there
to kill it,
to take the taste of the wee out.
You got to be really tactful with that too, because if you drink too much water the day, it's going to be too clear. If you don't drink enough water, it's going to be too yellow. I think we got to give him a lot of credit on that.
Oh, absolutely. He had a chemistry degree, I think.
He just likes sales.
I wish we had the Sucky Toe Tom song, and I'm looking it up, and I don't see it on the internet here. Unfortunately, we don't. Oh, wait, do we? Yeah, we might have it. Anyway, this is a great story that made me think of Tom. Conway, Arkansas. Guy in Arkansas, a man was convicted in the 1990s, it says here, for making comments about women's feet, has been arrested for allegedly telling 2 women he wanted to suck on their toes. You can be arrested just for telling women, I really like to suck on your toes.
Safer world.
Michael Wyatt faces misdemeanor harassment charges after 2 women claimed he said he wanted to suck their toes. Was convicted of felony. Oh, listen to this. In 91, he was convicted of felony terroristic threatening for telling a woman he would cut off her feet and suck her toes while she bled to death.
I just pulled up some feet porn for you.
Great. Is that 2 girls sucking on each other's toes?
Yeah, they shove their feet in each other's
Oh, my
mouth.
God. You had that bookmarked, didn't you? You had that up awful quick.
Well, yeah, I had it ready to go because I went toe porn, and then this popped up.
Toe porn.
Toe porn.
Google's awesome.
I love Google.
The guy can't put a fucking picture up on Facebook without help, but he can find toe porn in 12 seconds.
Actually, it's been about 20 minutes when I saw the toe.
A spokeswoman for the cops said the most recent case, the women were able to pick the 50-year-old man's photo out of a lineup. He was arrested on Monday, and he has threatened to cut their feet off, suck their toes while bleeding to death, and his bond, $1,290.
What? $1,290?
Yeah, it says he's being held in the county jail, and then they go on to say a phone message left at his house was not returned because he's in jail. Is this a high school fucking newspaper or what?
There was a vessel found on the Pacific coast on Friday that could carry up to 10 tons of cocaine.
Oh, let me make a call.
It was outfitted with GPS navigation. Then on Monday, they found a smaller but more sophisticated sub hidden in a wooden shack in dense jungle. It was called the Black Pearl, made of steel, fiberglass, and could carry 4 tons of coke.
Nice.
Wow.
It also had
Mini-me.
communication systems. It had radar, navigation.
If you could even build one of these,
valued at $2 million.
How do you put an ad on Monster? Do you put an ad on Monster? Someone who can drive a submarine that won't ask any questions. I mean, really? How do you do this?
You could, I
know it's the big Columbia cartel, so they have people all over the place.
Crew of 5, and it could stay submerged for 10 days. And they only float about
a crew of 5
plus
in a submarine full of coke.
4 tons full of coke.
What are they? I mean, is there a 401k plan with this job?
I don't know. And how do you not get the urge to just take a sample if you got 4 tons? I mean, who's going to miss a few keys?
It's you and 5 guys. It's you and 5 guys. All right, don't say anything, you guys. But I'm railing up over here. Okay?
El Guapo's going to be pissed if he finds out you're doing his phone.
It's a sweater.
I know you're not going to believe me, but the corner rip part of this, it's on the floor. There's nothing else I can do. Like, you have alibis all over the place.
I was picking it up and it just ripped. I mean, what kind of bags are you guys using now?
Remember when we raped the women and we raped the horses and rode off on the women?
That's where you want to be union and be the person who has to do the cleanup. Like, no one else can touch this. I got the cleanup on this one, guys.
And how would you like to be in a submarine full of coke and you're not even in charge? You're like the 4th man in line. What kind of job is that? Who's on top? It all goes back to that. Tom, I know you're a golfer and I know you know about this already, but one of our sponsors for today is D. Dooley's 026 Grill in Fenton. They got their 2011 charity golf tournament to benefit the Special Olympics. It's this Sunday, October 2 at Sugar Creek Golf Club. Shotguns start at 1 o'clock. You go to sugarcreekstl.com to get your foursome signed up. $95 per player if registered. $110 per player if you just show up the day of. $440 for a foursome, obviously. That gets you lunch and a dinner, a goodie bag with a Tom and Jeff sticker in it. How about that?
Damn.
That's worth your $110 right there. No. Refreshments, a hole-in-one contest, longest drive, closest to the pin, 50-50. Let's see, attendance prizes, 2 men's flights, which Tom is interested in, 2 co-ed flights. That means you got to have at least one woman, sorry. For information, 636-343-9268, or go to the website, which is sugarcreekstl.com. And our thanks to D. Dooley's 026 Grill in Fenton for helping us out on the program here. So thanks to those guys.
So what's going to make you buy the iPhone 5?
Oh, my God. I only have a 3. I skipped the 4 completely because, well, I'm not made out of money.
Right.
But I know, do you have an iPhone?
I do. I'm at the 3GS, and I didn't buy the 4 because I wanted the 5 because of 4G, I believe.
Yeah, and I'm the same way. I got the 3GS as well. Tom, you still got the box phone, right? In the bag phone, the bag phone with the curly wire and all that. They've basically, are they coming out once a year now, Scott? Is that right with these things?
It seems to be that way. Yeah, once a year and a half, something like that.
And everybody just marches right over. Okay, I'll take the next one. We're like lemmings going to the thing.
Oh, it's ridiculous.
And I'm eligible for 2 upgrades right now, so we'll probably be getting 2 of these things.
What does it do?
It just here's the thing: Killer Secrets featured amazing voice control. They're officially going to announce this next Tuesday, and Gadget Boy's going to be in here to talk about it. But there's a thing on there called the Assistant. Your iPhone talks to you. People familiar with the feature and the SDK findings are saying that it's amazing. You can make an appointment for Tom West at 7:30, and the Assistant will create the appointment in your calendar for you. You just say it into the phone, and it does. On events, the Assistant also will allow users to set reminders for that application. For example,
Supposed to put a toe in your ass
You
at
could-
3:30.
you could say, remind me to buy milk when I arrive at the market. And when you get to the market, because of the GPS system in the thing, it'll
know,
pop up and
it'll
say,
know where you are.
Right, exactly. Another example would be integration with the maps. How do I get to Staples Center? You could just say that into the phone, and the assistant will use the current location via GPS and give you directions. Right? And, now you got to put an address in there, whatever. Another assistant feature is the ability to create and send text messages with just your voice. For example, you could say, send a text to Tom saying I'm running a little bit late for lunch, and it'll send you a text stating that. Like, you would read it.
You can
on
do that
your
on the
phone.
Droid already. On Droid software, you can do like talk to text or whatever.
Oh, well, fuck this then.
Yeah, fucking iPhone.
Damn it, anyway.
Isn't that what a wife is for?
What's that?
Amazing new old.
Says the single guy. This amazing technology came out a year ago, but now the iPhone has it. There's all kinds of other different things, but there's a
Can you
find
call
my-
up toe porn on it?
You can. Yeah, I could call up toe porn on this one. I've called up porn on this one several times, and then you got to wipe it out. So we were talking earlier on an earlier show about how I was a bad tipper that one time at Michelle's, and I didn't mean it, obviously.
That one time?
Yeah, ask anybody. I'm actually
He's really
a good
make
tipper.
sure that people get taken
And
care
I mean, anybody that's waited tables, if you're not a douchebag and you've waited tables, you know what it's like, right?
Right.
And I mean, you've waited tables, so you'd say you're a good tipper, right? Wouldn't you say?
Yeah.
There's a waitress scam out there, and it's really kind of targeted towards people that are bad tippers. And what they do, this is out of Florida. This particular police report is the sheriff's office has charged a waitress at a place called Mugs and Jugs. I wonder what that is.
Mugs
I think I had breakfast there.
Seafood place or? Let's call it Hooters. Wait, that's already taken. How about Mugs and Jugs? Okay, good.
We got to have cookies.
Criminal use of personal identification and information, and charged several of the waitresses' known associates with scheming to defraud, possess card scan. They possessed a card scanning device, and obviously fraudulent use of the credit cards. What happened was
What happened?
they had a handheld or a hand-sized electronic skimming device. So you give me your card, and I go settle up your bill, and I swipe it while I'm away from you. And what they did was they targeted people who were bad tippers. All this stuff has been done before, but the story is if you took care of them tip-wise, they wouldn't fuck with you. But if, the bill was $17.23 and you dropped to $20, well, then they're going to swipe the card,
But
give
those
it to
are
people.
the people that are bad tippers or don't tip as much are the people, I think, who watch their money even more than, say, someone who would, maybe tip more generously than others.
Right.
You should, if you were looking not to get caught, you should have gone the opposite way with it.
Well, I think these are scammers with a heart. I think that's what they are. Yeah.
Well, scammers with a heart, they're going to notice however many extra charges are on their bill.
Well,
obviously.
I think they were doing it very.
It was nickel and they were nickel
Yeah,
and
they were
diming
nickel and
them.
diamond. Yeah, nickel and diamond. They weren't going out and buying fur coats with it because 9 people reported losses totaling just under $6,000. So it's not like they were going to the boat with all the money or anything.
They were just
That's
using
still
it.
a lot of money for 9 people, $6,000.
Yeah, it's not like petty cash or anything, but it could have been a hell of a lot worse, I guess is what I'm saying. So they gave you some tips on what to do. Try to use credit and debit cards only at reputable merchants like Mugs and Jugs. If in doubt, pay cash. If you had the cash, wouldn't you do that anyway?
Discreet billing.
Watch out for red flags such as credit cards that are taken out of your site for too long of a time. Monitor your credit card statement. Oh, there's an idea.
That's smart.
It's called being responsible. Report any unauthorized use of a credit card. Really? Gee, thanks for that information. Appreciate it.
I hate doing stuff online.
Yeah.
Every time I do it, I was like, oh, crap, someone's going to clear me out.
I've done it
Someone's
a
gonna
handful
clear
of
me
times. Yeah, I've done it a handful of times, and my card has gotten, the information in my card has gotten taken twice.
Twice?
Really?
Yeah, 2 times. It didn't, I can't link it back to an online purchase that I made or anything, but.
That's the only way that they would get it. Then.
Well, no, that's not true at all. You can get skimmed at a gas station really easy. And the one gas station that I go to all the time, and I don't know if this is true or not, but the guy said, do you normally do credit or debit? And I just use my check card, which just when you swipe it, it just takes the money out of your checking account. And I said, I always just hit credit. And he said, well, hit debit instead. Therefore, you have to put in your 4-digit PIN, and it's harder to scam the number that way.
Really?
That's what he said.
That's good to know. Who knew?
He could have been bullshitting me too, because at gas stations, I just found out recently that if you use credit, they get charged. The gas station gets charged, a service charge by the credit card companies. And
it's like 2% or something like that.
I don't know what it is, but the gas station around the corner from me just put up a new sign, and they have a different price for cash and credit.
Yep.
And that's what and it's like 4 cents cheaper or something.
Well,
with the car wash, so you end up paying more for the car wash, or those ones. It's like, what
you're
the
just
fuck?
like, okay, whatever.
$2.89 I just saw.
Yeah, that's what it is out in E-Town too.
There is a gas station at 55 in Arsenal.
Yeah, your Shell station there.
That Shell station there.
Beautiful, beautiful, lovely place. Full
$3.19 a gallon. They're still charging.
Well, that's because the security. They got to hire security just to open the damn doors of that place.
Well, there is that. I did almost get shot in the place.
Well, that's right. And the one time I went in there, I was going to that bar right down the corner, right down the street. If the Shell's on your right hand side, like a block down, I don't know what it is, cafe.
Yeah, Venice Cafe.
Yeah, I was going there, and I had to take a crap really bad. And I didn't want to go to Venice Cafe and tear that place up, right?
Right.
So I stopped in the Shell station, gas station bathroom, right? Awesome. Beautiful thing. And I walk in, I'm like, and there's a security guard there standing there talking to the cashier.
That's a police substation, too.
You guys got a bathroom? It's out of order. I said, oh, okay, because I really needed to use the restroom. And the security guard said, just go out back and take a piss. The security said that. I was like, I would, but I got to take a dump. And they were all like, well, there's a cafe right over there. I said, okay, thanks.
Yeah, that was the same place when I was waiting in line. I was buying a pack of cigarettes. I was at the counter, and right behind me, guy pulled out a gun, and I could see the gun. I could see the shiny barrel of the gun out of my right eye. And the guy said, you know what I want? And me.
You can't
The guy came home and said, I got $700 in a blowjob.
This Robin thing's working out pretty well. I don't get sex at home, but man, I can get $700 and a blowjob.
Hey, honey, you're off the hook. I knocked over a gas station with Tom West in it. Anybody else? Anybody else got anything? Are we good? Okay, go ahead. Back to your story, Tom.
Not important. Really, really not important.
He said, I was buying condoms anyway.
You know what I want.
You know what I want.
So, friend of mine has an 11-year-old kid.
Well, you can't ask until we open the Just Accent thing, right?
Oh, I'm sorry.
Hey, Scott, can we open the Just Accent thing?
I was just trying to get off the topic. Sorry.
He was
I'm wearing panties yesterday, and now I'm sucking off some guy with a fucking gun at a Shell on 55 in Arsenal.
I have a question. Who was on top?
You know what I want.
I don't want to play no more.
This is ridiculous. I don't even understand. I'm not even getting paid.
My life's in danger, and you guys think it's funny.
Well, he's still alive, obviously, right?
Yeah.
His asshole's a little bigger, but
You know what he wanted.
They're calling him the Smiling Robber.
Oh, my God. Just get off the topic of things, people putting things in my ass. Well, yeah.
Tom and Jeff Show. Just
all right. I got a friend who has an 11-year-old kid. The kid
Tom, that's way too young. You can't.
The kid won't listen to anyone.
You know what he wanted.
Fuck this. If this is going to happen, let's end it at 40 minutes. There's no It's like fucking yesterday. All over again. And it's only 40 minutes in. I can't do this all week. I can't. Can I have a day? I got no place else to go. I got nowhere else to go.
Oddly enough, that's a Richard Gere line, too.
Oh, no, but...
Anyway, back to you, Tom.
I mean, it's just...
Come on. There's an 11-year-old kid.
The kid, they counseling. They've done everything. Grounding, taking things away from him. The kid says, I'm going to call family services on your ass, to the parents.
Your ass.
I mean, that's what he said. That's what the kid said to his mom and dad.
That's bad.
They've had a police friend stop over and say, "Listen, kid, shape up, ship out." Still nothing. I mean, what do you do with a kid that's unruly and won't listen?
Well,
I mean,
beat him.
Yeah. You take a brick. No, wait, you can't do that.
If I got a cat that I don't want, I'll take it back to the Humane Society.
Right, sure.
I don't think you can do that with a kid.
No,
can you drop them off and can you drop a kid off somewhere and say
not at 11? You can't. 11 weeks maybe, but not 11 years.
with a list of all the shit that he's done? Look at what this kid has done.
Here, you take him.
You
Thank
take
you.
him.
Just-
I'll pay you something a month.
No, but that's the sad thing is that on a serious note, there would be so many parents that will take this kid to a doctor and get them diagnosed with something.
Drug him
and
up.
Get him on some Ritalin or something like that. Oh, he's a problem because he's got ADHD. That's what it is. You know what I mean?
Let's give him a bottle full of pills.
Right, yeah. Then he'll be okay. And it's not making the kid okay. It's making the parenting easier on the parents is what is happening.
Billy loves to take his meds with Capri Sun.
What happened to Billy? He used to be such a handful. Well, he likes red wine, you see. He's a big fan of the NyQuil. It's just, when you first sent me that was my first thought was that there's so many parents that will get them diagnosed with something, and you give them a pill every day or 2 pills every day,
But
and all of a sudden
what are you supposed to do? I mean,
become a better parent. Spend more time with them.
If the kid won't listen, what are you supposed to do?
I don't know. You tell me. Were you a great kid when you were growing up?
I was horrible.
Right. Okay. So what did your parents do?
I was horrible.
They loved me.
Okay. There you got your answer. Of course, you turned out pretty fucked up, though.
In your eyes, I did.
And 1, 2, 3, 4.
Jay Boozer doesn't think I'm fucked up.
I think he's swell.
Scotty and Richie don't think
You think he swallows? Is that what you said?
I was going to say swell and then swallows.
Swell.
Scotty and Richie think I'm a nice guy.
Right, in front of you. But seriously, what...
Actually, I got my back to you, Tom. And I think you're a nice guy.
And I still like you.
You're a nice guy.
Are you
You're a
nervous?
neat guy.
Are you nervous at all with your back to him?
Not really.
Not really?
My ass is on the seat.
You'll feel it if he's trying to get through those jeans.
But your mouth isn't.
Wow. Unbelievable. Who wants a $1 sandwich?
Ooh.
I'm in.
You know what? I shouldn't be talking and eating on the air. It's really rude.
Right. As you're eating Gus's pretzels. This segment brought to you by Gus's Pretzels.
Which is right across the street from the Shell.
664-4010, GusPretzels.com.
You can actually get those, we've had them before. You can get them, filled with either Sazitza or bratwurst or
those are awesome, aren't they?
Too good.
And then they give you the Dunkin' sauce with it.
Oh.
You mean you live right there and you haven't brought them in yet? Are
What
you
a dick.
fucking kidding me?
I used to bring them in.
dick.
I didn't know you liked them. I can go. I brought them to work a few times.
All right,
for
tomorrow? Can we count on you bringing them in tomorrow?
Yeah, what do you guys want? Do you want bratwurst?
I'll give you some cash. And you
I'll
can
do the
give me some
bratwurst.
shit. Bratwurst.
What? The bratwurst.
You know what I like.
Gus is on top. Gus with his...
Pickleman's Gourmet Cafe in Midtown. Pickleman's. Celebrating their 1-year anniversary with $1 sandwiches. It's near SLU on Thursday from 5 to 10. You can get yourself a $1 sandwich at Pickleman's Gourmet Cafe.
Do we know what the sandwich includes?
I know it's a sandwich and it's $1. I mean, I guess it'll be good. Pickleman sounds good.
It does. It says it's upscale, fast, casual sandwich shop committed to serving quality food people crave. Picklemans.com.
And you can always say, hey, let's go to Pickleman's.
Hey, you want to go to Pickleman's?
While listening to Sniff That Pickle.
There you
See
go.
how that works?
This is where fashion is, baby. All right.
Let me sniff that pickle. Let me sniff that pickle. Let me sniff that pickle. Come on, I want to sniff the pickle. I once saw a bunch of pickles floating in juice, and it was gross. There was way too much juice. I'm a one pickle, no juice kind of guy. So how about it? You want me to sniff it? Let me sniff the pickle. Let me sniff that pickle. Let me sniff that pickle. Let me sniff that pickle. Come on, I want to sniff the pickle.
It's not like I want to stir the porridge. I mean, don't be greedy. Let me sniff it. If you let me sniff it, I'll let you whip the potatoes. Come on, let me sniff that pickle. I want to sniff it. Sniff.
Oh, yeah. I want to do what you're doing. This is where fashion is, baby. All right.
I don't want to eat it. I just want to sniff it. I mean, if you're not going to eat it, then I should be able to sniff it. It looks so good just sitting there. Oh, I want to sniff it. Just let me sniff that pickle. I'm getting frustrated. It's a pickle. I want to sniff it. That's what I do. I'm a pickle sniffer. I'm a pickle sniffer.
Wonderful production, isn't it?
Richie, what do you think of the production on that? Pretty good, right? It was fabulous. Fabulous production.
That is a hit single. Sniff that pickle.
The hidden track on the new Shaman's Harvest record.
Our good friends, I'm sure that there's somebody in Bell Vegas. There's more than 3 people in Bell Vegas who download this podcast.
Oh, I would imagine probably so, yeah.
Always have shown us love out in Bell Vegas. Well, there's a 34-year-old lady who was caught having boom boom with a 15-year-old.
Boom boom?
Mm-hmm.
How old was she?
She's 34. He's 15.
That's not good math.
Doing the kid in the parking lot when the popo rolled up.
Oops. How do you try to explain that one away? Excuse me, ma'am, can you get the 15-year-old penis out of your mouth? We would like to speak with you.
This isn't the first time we've talked about it, but that 15-year-old was not being abused.
No.
That 15-year-old was sticking it and taking it to Mary Jo Johnson or whatever the hell her name is.
Mary Jo Johnson.
Jennifer L. Wilson.
Same thing.
But that's, the argument will be a 15-year-old doesn't know how to make the right decisions, and that was a wrong decision.
When I was 15, I had a cooler full of porn out in the woods.
Right.
And I knew what I was doing.
Honey, why is Tom out in the woods again?
He's having a picnic.
Hey, just leave him alone
Just
for
never,
Christ's sake.
ever. Here's a tip. If you're going to jerk off in the woods, never, ever use poison sumac.
No.
I mean, because you burst one pustule and then it all goes.
It's like a chain reaction of pustules, isn't it?
It all goes haywire.
So they're holding and questioning 2 other minors at the school. So it's very possible that there was underage drinking. One of them told the officers her mother was in a vehicle nearby. They go to the car, and there's Wilson and the teen, and they're doing what they do. And Scotty brought this up the last time we had a story like this. If it was a 32-year-old guy and a 15-year-old girl, this guy would never see the light of day ever, ever again. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And unfortunately, my first thought was, God, I wonder if this lady's hot.
Oh,
You know,
Can
that
you
was my
imagine?
first thought.
Think back when you were 15.
Oh,
yeah. Well, that
and just
picture
how
that
you just to feel a boob or to even to brush your lips just kind of brush by a boob.
Or think about how when you were 15,
My lips brushed by a boob.
Imagine how
Really?
when you're 15, think about how old a 34-year-old was to you when you were 15. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
She
Old
knew
lady.
what she was doing. She knew stuff.
That's why I like girls who are 72.
Right.
Like to put it in perspective.
Does she take
They
her,
use a lot of hand lotion.
I just figured she has experience, and I just put it.
take her teeth out?
Oh, it's hot.
Got to be done by 3 because she's going to nap.
every month she mails them to the dentist, and Boozer shows up at the door.
I got your teeth.
They seem to be missing the 4th. Gone. Go.
Think about when you were 15 and think of a mid-30-year-old who was in your life at the time, whether it was a neighbor's mom, a teacher, an aunt.
To a 72-year-old, I seem like a 16-year-old to a 35.
That's true.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like,
You seem like a 16-year-old to me.
Workhorse.
They would
for a
call
72-year-old.
72-year-old.
young man, you're so rigid.
You're blasting my jaw with your cock, and it feels all right.
That's why he said he'd hit that picture I got earlier. The roast beef curtain.
It's kind of like doing a bucket full of semi-dry cement.
You got to time that just right.
I thought she was lactating, but it was breast cancer.
Her name is.
No.
She has me pluck the black hairs out of her asshole.
And when I want to get out of there, I just spit on her back and fake an orgasm. Start to leave. I gotta roll. Peace out.
Where's the warm yogurt?
Making her some cream corn afterwards.
Why do you have a package full of Go-Gurt in your pocket?
Are you just happy to see me?
I'm about to Go-Gurt on you, Maud. Maud, here I come. Maud.
God, where do we go from here?
My little Roy toy.
We talk about Jeebus. That's what we do.
You want to do that? Okay, that's fine.
Whether you're into Jesus, Muhammad, the Buddha, Xenu, Orion, whatever, let's talk about Jeebus.
How do you spell relief?
J-E-S-U-S.
It's time to talk about
This is a good idea because we haven't pissed off Jesus yet today, so let's go there.
Dearly beloved, we are gathered here together. If you're charged with a nonviolent crime in Alabama, you could be sent to Jeebus, not jail. Operation Rock, Restore Our Community, is in Bay Minette, Alabama. Misdemeanors will be dealt with. You can pay a fine. You can go to church for a year on Sunday, or you can go to jail. If you choose the church, you got to check in with the pastor and the popo. No synagogues, no mosques. So
no mosque.
No mosque.
So it would like for what kind of charge? You talking about like speeding tickets and
nonviolent crime misdemeanor. I would imagine that would include, any
drug possession
charges that are under a certain amount. I would think
screwing a 15-year-old boy in a car.
I don't think you're going to get Jeebus for screwing a 15-year-old boy in a car.
I pick Jeebus.
I gotta go. Check. I gotta check in with Pastor Wuttenfer and Sergeant O'Henry down the street,
right,
to make sure that I went to church on Sunday.
And if you were going to church every Sunday, this misdemeanor wouldn't have happened anyway. Tom West,
right,
young man. That's what.
So I won't show up to church totally high,
right?
Damn it!
Which would you rather do? Go to jail for a month or? Excuse me. Sorry about that. It was the Gus's pretzels.
See what Jeebus can do to you when you piss him off?
Ow. That felt like a Bernie.
That's going to leave a mark.
Speaking of, what did the women's underwear look like yesterday when you took them off? Anything going on down there?
Oh, God, I couldn't wait to get those things off me.
Did you take them off before you left here, or did you just wear them until you got home?
I wore them all afternoon in the meeting.
Oh, we were sitting in a meeting for an hour and a half, and you had the women's underwear on?
But I had my real underwear on over my ladies' underwear because I didn't want to take my pants off in the...
Right, because that would have been weird.
Because that seems more manly when you have your real ones over the bikinis.
Let's see, go into the bathroom and change, or just wear women's underwear the rest of the afternoon.
To tell you the truth, you saw me. I was flustered yesterday.
A little bit.
I'm a little flustered today, too.
A little bit.
You're just not
seems
quite
to be
right.
Seems to be a running theme on podcast 16 and 17.
Wait do you see what we got for you on 18? I guess what's tomorrow? Tomorrow's Kara, right?
Kara the lesbian.
Yeah, we got Kara the lesbian. Coach wants to be in here to see Kara.
He's not going to see her. He's blind.
Well,
he actually knows her, right? Because he goes to her show-me's, right?
Show-me's, right.
She's actually waited on him several times.
Nickel natty night.
They really charge you a nickel?
Well, you got to buy the cup for $5, and then if you keep the cup, take it home, wash it, bring it back, they fill it for a nickel.
So you have to wash it. Then.
Like 7 to 9, and then it's only $1 after that.
That's not bad. You can just slam a bunch of them. Well, I mean, it's 2 hours of nickel beers. That's pretty good, right?
Oh, I would be.
What's Coach like when he's drunk?
Oh, he's hilarious.
Is he?
He doesn't sway as much.
Seriously? Because for people who haven't seen him, he hasn't seen you.
Coach
he's got the Ray Charles thing going on.
He kind of jukes in and out.
Yeah.
He's
got
how
he sways like that? When he listens to like the ball game and he's got his headphone on, he'll sit in a chair, and there's a chair at our neighbor's house that rocks back and forth. It's like one of those metal ones that have a little bit of give. Like a metal lawn chair.
They're good fucking chairs.
So last season, the Cardinals were playing a game, and he's in there rocking, and ninth inning, they're about to win. Sure as shit, he rocked that thing where the iron got so hot, it fucking broke, and he goes flipping back.
There was that much friction that
he was rocking back and forth like crazy, and the chair just goes,
that's
boop,
funny.
and he goes, son of a bitch.
Did you just leave him there for a while?
We were all laughing so hard. And because he was laughing at me, he's like, son of a bitch.
I never thought I would say this, but when we're in here with him and he's talking sport, I forget that he's blind. I really do.
Yeah, it's very easy to do because he's really intelligent, you know?
Yeah.
I mean, it's cool.
I always remind myself by giving him the finger right in front of his face like that. Just put it right next to his nose and he doesn't react.
Over here. Over here.
He instantly knows that's Jeff. It smells like his asshole.
How would he know what my asshole smells like?
I don't know.
Wrap all that together.
I don't get it.
You know what I want.
Our good old friend Rick Santorum, former U.S. Senator and Republican presidential candidate, Rick Santorum, still's got a Google problem.
Yeah. Did you guys hear about this story with him? If you Google his name.
Google Santorum, Santorum.
And this is how he spells his name. Correct? It's the same spelling and everything, right?
Right, and this was given to him by Dan Savage.
Spreading Santorum?
Yeah.
Yes.
The frothy mix of lube and fecal matter that is sometimes the byproduct of anal sex.
Sometimes.
Senator, and number 2 on the definition, Senator Rick Santorum.
And you were trying to run for president with that.
So now you understand what his Google problem. He says the only reason why Google hasn't done anything about it is because he's Republican.
And Google is a Democrat?
And Google apparently they really like Democrats.
Is he for gay marriage?
Well, no, of course not. He's a
Republican.
He's a
There's
Republican,
no way
and
he's
that's
for gay
the whole
marriage.
reason why he got that name, because he pissed off a columnist,
Dan Savage?
Dan Savage.
Or no.
The picture
Rick Savage.
Rick Savage.
Rick Savage.
I thought Rick Savage was a wrestler.
This
my
that's
goodness.
the definition of Santorum.
And it was
this brown.
It's a brown. It kind of looks like Nancy Grace's nipple.
Right. It does.
It's either Nancy Grace's nipple or a frothy mixture of
Lube and fecal
matter.
Tapioca that's been sitting on the deck for 8 months in the summer.
I'd hit it.
Next headline, Santorum, slow and steady, will win Iowa.
I can't imagine until this Google problem is fixed that Mr. Santorum has a chance in hell to be our next president.
You know, it said former presidential candidate, not so much anymore. I think his running mate was Mr. Bukkake.
Oh,
it'd be
Probably.
Santorum and Bukkake.
So it's Santorum and Bukkake. Can you see the bumper stickers? Santorum and Bukkake.
Was that
for
Bobby Bukkake?
2012.
Bobby and Billy Bukkake?
Wait, Mr. Santorum has a statement to make. Here it comes.
He sings lullabies to his children.
Senator, please. What?
Say interrupts you too. You don't have that one of those songs pulled up. There you go.
Yeah.
This is a good way to go out. Listen to this.
My fellow Americans.
I don't know why we lost our jobs.
Auto-tune.
I think I felt some Santorum in there.
Oh, big finish.
We stole that from Glenn Beck, just so everybody knows. Full disclosure. Tom, if you need mouth-to-mouth, I got bad news for you.
No.
It ain't going to happen.
Wow, that's just funny.
Oh, that's good times. I want to give our sponsor for today's show another shout-out, D. Dooley's 026 Grill in Fenton. They have some great wings, obviously. 30 and 141 right there in the Dearborn Shopping Center. They got a great charity golf tournament coming up. We have purchased, the Tom and Jeff Show has purchased a whole sponsorship for the golf tournament happening on Sunday to benefit the Special Olympics.
we were just the butthole, right?
Yeah, the butthole.
It's not the third hole, it's the butthole.
Sugar Creek, STL.com to get yourself registered. Again, it's Sunday shotgun start at 1 o'clock. And that's in High Ridge. It's actually a pretty nice course. Lunch and banquet dinner, goodie bag, refreshments, hole-in-one, longest drive, closer to the pin, 50-50 raffle, which you should give back if you win it. That's a whole nother subject between Tom and I sometimes. Go buy Dooley's, get yourself registered, or buy yourself a team on sugarcreekstl.com. D. Dooley's 026 Grill in Fenton.
Scotty, one question. You're at a fundraiser.
Yes.
You participate in the 50-50.
Yep.
You win that 50-50.
Yep.
You pocket the money or you walk away.
Hey, that was their rules.
Or pocket the money or give it back.
Do you pocket the money or do you give it back so that the money goes to the charity?
You give it to the charity.
There you go.
Richie?
But, it is their rules. They said 50-50. That's
Correct.
the fucking deal.
Right. Yeah, that's the deal. But are you going to be a douchebag and walk away? I'll give you one guess who in this room walks away with his 50%.
Oh, yeah. My name's Jay Boozer. It's time to go to the casino.
I'll give you
I've never
one
won.
guess who the two people in this room.
I've never won the 50-50, so I couldn't tell you.
No, but you've told me many times in the past we've had this discussion. Oh, you take the money. It's mine. It's a 50-50. It was their rules. I can take it.
You can.
Meanwhile, the kid in the wheelchair doesn't get the new
I don't think it's bad
ramp
if you
that he
do.
needs. The kid in the wheelchair needs a new ramp so he can get in his parents' house, but Tom's going to go buy himself a 6-pack of Big Flats. Great.
And
Well, why don't they just call it 100-0 instead of 50-50?
Yeah, why don't you just say, here, give me $10?
Because people have already paid to be there and
Right.
money and all that kind of stuff. So if you don't want to
Here's
give
a
it
chance
back,
to get it back.
But here's the thing: if you don't want to give it back, if you're going to be a douchebag and walk away with it, why not just donate another $10?
Okay.
Oh, yeah, we'll see you doing that. Sure. Right?
You know what's messed up?
I don't.
So he plays politically correct. He goes,
Now, when you say
I'll give
who-
it back, but he's made the whole argument.
Don't point. People can't see you on the podcast.
I'm making a point.
Scotty Boom Boom
Scotty Boom Boom
is playing politically correct. Go ahead.
Like, man, I would give the money back. I would. And the whole time he's made a point on why we shouldn't.
Right.
100% we should step in here.
Well, listen, see.
You were saying you could see both sides of it.
Oh,
is what you're
absolutely.
saying, right?
I don't
Yeah.
think it's wrong if someone would keep it. I don't think that I would hold that. Oh, what a dick. He didn't do that.
Right.
I just, whatever.
But I
If
can
it
tell
was
you.
me and Jeff was there, he'd say that.
Sure, I would. And
He's
I can,
already said it now, and you haven't even done it yet.
I can tell you. I can tell you as a person who has been involved from the organization side of many a trivia night that the person who the couple of times when it was kept, everybody's like, everybody the rest of the night will talk about that person. Can you believe that guy kept that $800 or that $400, whatever it was? It was $400, and he's going to keep his $200. Jeez, well, I guess he can. It's not like it's illegal to do, but really, kind of a douchey move, don't you think? The rest of the night, that is what's said about you. And obviously you don't give a crap what people think about you, but does that not bother you at all?
I don't give a crap what you think about
What
me.
I'm saying is, would you give a crap if you were there and it's a benefit for autism and Special Olympics and $400 was in it and Tom left with his $200?
I personally would give it back.
Right.
But I would never say anything bad about someone that kept it because it's none of my fucking business.
Now,
and
what-
it is a 50-50.
Okay, but let's put yourself in the ownership role, like I'm talking about. I have been before.
Okay.
Your kid.
Now,
let's
if I knew
say.
the guy that didn't need the money and took it and kept it and said, oh, well, that's fucking rules, right?
Right.
Then I'd say douchebag.
Right.
But if it was someone that, honest,
But it's
working,
it's found money though. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
I
You
get
had
it.
you had yourself a good time. Your kid needs a new wheelchair. It's the Tony Gherkin, Scott Gherkin's son Tony needs a new wheelchair, and we're doing a trivia night to raise money. And there's a 50-50, and there's $317 in
That'll
there.
be October 3rd, actually. I don't fucking know.
Little Tony Gherkin won't be in attendance though. He's
Show me the money.
It's too late for him.
If at the end of the evening and all the numbers tallied up and it really, really made a difference for little Susie to get her wheelchair, then yes, I would give the money
Oh
back.
gosh, you're so charitable. Thanks, Tom. We all really appreciate it.
You're welcome.
Okay, great.
What's to say you don't get the money back and the organizer says, oh, fuck, you give the 50-50 back. It's
What?
So if you organize it, the guy says, oh, I'm going to go ahead and donate back the 50-50 that I won. What's to say that guy don't put in
That's
his
not going to pocket it. Well, there's a shit ton of other money all night that you can pocket. Trust me, I've seen that happen.
And actually, I'm helping the bartenders because I'm donating it back to.
Yeah, you don't call them douchebags. You just call me a douchebag who's never. The other people. You said there's other people that have pocketed money that you've seen?
I'm sure. Oh, no, not that I've seen. I'm sure it's happened.
So those people are okay, but I'm the asshole who's never won it before.
Every single day, yes. Every single day. Tomorrow, Kara the lesbian will be on the show.
Along with me, the asshole.
Right.
I just like that story.
That's all we got for you today. We'll try to do it again tomorrow. Big hugs.
See you guys. Thanks, Jay Boozer. Appreciate it.
Thanks, Jay.
That's a wrap.